Hi everyone! Welcome to our YouTube channel, Research Ready and Student Matters Hub by Doc Clean. Natapos nyo na ba ang inyong research paper, whether gumamit kayo ng Germanic or IMRAD format? So sa Germanic, natapos nyo na ba yung chapters 1 to 5 nyo or chapters 1 to 4? Pagdating naman sa IMRAD, tapos na ba yung introduction nyo, yung methodology nyo, yung results and discussion na meron kayo dun sa inyong research paper? Ngayon, kung gusto nyo matutunan kung paano yung proper in-text citation at kung tama yung ginawa nyo dun sa loob ng inyong papel in citing authors and the year of publication, you can check the video below about how to do in-text citation. So, meron ako mga samples doon kung paano gawin ang in-text citation. Ngayon, ang ituturo ko ay may connection sa in-text citation. So, laging sinasabi sa mga researchers, kung meron kang 10 authors na ginamit sa loob ng papel mo at pag pumunta ako sa likod ng papel mo, sa list of references mo, dapat 10 authors din yung makikita ko doon. No? So, that's 1:1. So, kung gumamit ka ng 10 references sa loob ng iyong paper, dapat yung list of references mo ay 10 rin yung makikita kong reference mo. Ngayon, kung tama naman yung ginawa mo, ano ba yung tamang paraan ng format ng list of references? Ang tuturo ko ngayon ay yung APA 7th edition format. I-discuss natin iyan at magbibigay tayo ng examples para malaman ninyo kung papaano nyo ito gagamitin. So, magbubukas tayo ng isang website ng APA at i-discuss natin isa-isa kung papaano yung proper formatting ng inyong references. Pero bago yon, i-discuss muna natin ba't natin siya kailangan gawin. Ba't tayo kailangan mag-follow ng format o kailangan nating ilagay at i-acknowledge ang author sa ating paper na ginamit natin dun sa ating mga research, whether tayo ay nag-summarize, nag-paraphrase, or nag-quote tayo ng idea or information. So kung halimbawa, ma'am, journal article ang ginamit ko, meron bang format? Yes. Ma'am, halimbawa, journal article tapos merong missing information, pwede ko bang gamitin? Yes. Ma'am, yung mga government reports, pwede ko rin bang gamitin? You can use it. Ma'am, how about the blog and blog comments? Can I use it? Yes. Can I also use, ma'am, published and unpublished thesis and dissertation? You can use it in your paper as long as you follow correct in-text citation and follow list of references. So may mga rules na sinusunod pagdating dyan sa paglalagay ng list of references. Pero ano ba ang importansya niya? Number 1 is yung credibility and integrity. Kapag meron tayong proper citing at yung list of referencing natin ay tama, nakakapag-create siya ng credibility and integrity na bibuild niyo sa ating paper. So, ibig sabihin, yung researcher, ina-acknowledge niya yung ethical principle na kailangan kung meron akong ginamit na material, ay kailangan ko siyang i-reflect sa aking list of references at doon sa aking in-text citation. So, nagiging credible yung research paper mo because of this matter. The researcher tried to abide by the rules na kung ako ay gagamit ng mga references at sources sa aking research paper, kailangan ko silang i-acknowledge. So, that's number 1. No, let's proceed with number 2. Ang number 2 naman is yung recognitions and contribution. So, syempre, on the part of the researchers na ginamit mo yung kanilang papel, nare-recognize yung kanilang contribution. So, sa part nila, maganda yon. No, ako, halimbawa, I am a author. Pag nakakita ko yung list of citations na meron sa aking mga publication, nagkakaroon ako ng, nararamdaman ko na very worthy yung paper kasi napapansin siya or nagagamit siya ng iba. Ngayon, pag nabasa rin naman ng iba yung paper mo at ginamit mo yung certain authors, pwedeng maging reference pa rin nila iyon para magamit yung work ng tao. So, nandun yung recognition ng contribution ng specific author. Ang pangatlo naman is yung ina-avoid natin yung plagiarism. So, we are following an ethical principle. Ang ibang schools napakahigpit pagdating sa ganito. No? So, talagang chine-check nila isa-isa yung in-text citation mo against your list of references. They're trying to ensure na talagang lahat ng mga ginamit mo ay na-acknowledge mo dun sa iyong list of references. Kung ako sa iyo, kung ikaw isang researcher or team of researchers kayo, gumawa kayo ng system or paraan kung paano nyo ma-ensure na yung mga nakalagay sa inyong sources sa loob ng inyong papel ay magre-reflect sa inyong list of references. Now, kung nagawa nyo na siya, ang ituturo ko, ano yung format? ng list of references na commonly natitake for granted ng mga researchers. Pag sinabit nila yung paper, makikita na bakit ganun yung list of references niya, left references niya na hindi tama yung format. Ano bang format ang sinunod? Is it MLA, APA, or what? Pero ang ituturo ko ngayon sa lesson video na ito ay yung format ng APA 7th edition. So, simulan na natin. Okay, so let's start discussing the format of the list of references using APA. So I suggest you go to Google and then you type APA style apa.org/style-grammar-guidelines/reference and then /samples. So, buksan na natin siya. Pag nakita nyo yung loob ng website, ito yung makikita nyo dyan. Now, ang i-discuss ko lang ay yung format ng list of references and then a sort of in-text citation. Pero yung ibang interface or yung features itong website ay hindi na natin i-discuss. Now, if you want to know more, you can open naman this one and you can see what are its features. Kasi maraming features ito. Katulad nito, style and grammar guidelines. Let's just open it. Let's see what we can see here. Yung paper format ng APA, yung paano yung in-text citation, yung mechanics of style, bias-free language, anong format ng tables and figures kapag ka APA, yung references sample, yung grammar, tsaka publication process na sinusunod kapag ka APA. Pero hindi ito yung center ng ating discussion kasi ang i-discuss natin, it's more on the list of references, which is the topic of our lesson video. Now, when you open this one, makikita nyo dito nakalagay reference, samples, textual works, data and assessments, audio-visual media, or online media. It means, etong apat na to, ito yung pinagmulan ng mga sources or information or materials na kinuha mo doon sa iyong paper at ginamit mo. So generally, buksan muna natin sila isa-isa bago natin siya discuss specifically. Ano ba ang laman ng textual works? Textual works, ito yung mga most common categories and example niya. So, periodicals, books and reference works, edited book chapters and entries in reference works, and reports and gray literature. Meron pa siya dito sa ilalim. Conference presentations and proceedings, dissertations and thesis, unpublished and informally published works. So kung ang kinuha niyong material ay nagfo-fall sa mga category na ito, pwede niyong buksan yung mga naka-highlight na item na yan at makikita niyo sa loob kung ano ang format ng reference na ginamit nyo. Magbibigay tayo ng example mamaya. Kung iyan ang category, textual works, punta naman tayo kung ang category ng inyong material ay data and assessments. This is for the software and test categories. So, ano ba yan? Dataset references ba yan or toolbox reference? So, may format na sinusunod. You can click that so that you can see the specific format. Kung ang iyong ginamit naman ay audio-visual media, yung most common example nito, kunyari yung mga audio-visual, audio and visual media, gumamit ka ng artwork reference, clip art, or stock image references. So, meron yan, references. Gumamit ka ng picture out of that. So, ito yung pwede mong gawin, no? O pwede mong buksan. Film and television references, so yan, podcast references, PowerPoint slide or lecture note references, meron din siyang format ng list of references. So yan, TED Talk reference, etong TED Talk, it's a YouTube channel. Radio broadcast reference, ayan. So transcript of an audio-visual work references or YouTube video references. So you can click that and you can see what's the format. Next, online media. Ito naman yung mga blog or blog post or yung mga periodicals category. Kung gumamit ka ng Facebook, gumamit ka ng Instagram, LinkedIn, online forum, TikTok, or X references. Gumamit ka rin ng mga website, So, yan yung pwede mong buksan kung paano mo i-mention yung list of references. Now, magbigay tayo lamang ng iilang example. Yung mga common na ginagamit ng mga estudyante sa kanilang research paper. So, punta tayo dito sa textual works at buksan natin ang periodicals. Journal article references. No, ito yung mga published journal, literature, or studies na meron kayo. Now, under dito, meron pa rin siyang category. So, this page contains reference examples of journal articles including the following. Journal article meaning kompleto, yung information about dun sa journal. Journal article with an article number. Journal article with missing information, retracted journal article, retraction notice for a journal article, an abstract of a journal article, so abstract lang, monograph as part of a journal article, and online only supplemental material. So, buksan natin itong journal article. Dito, makikita nyo kung paano nyo dapat ilagay sa inyong paper, particularly sa list of references, yung journal article. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, iisa-isahin natin sa format, meron siyang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 authors. So, lahat ba yan, ma'am, ilalagay namin? Yes. All of the authors must be reflected on the list of references regardless of how many they are. And their names are arranged as to how they are arranged in the published article. So you have take a look at the how it was written. Is it capitalized or not? The punctuation. So try to look at the punctuation that are stated here. After all the names, it ended up with a period. And then you have the year of the publication. And then you have the title of the article. As you can see, it's not all capitalized. Only proper nouns and the first letter of the article is capitalized. And then you have the title of the journal. Okay, title of the journal, which is, have you noticed that it is italicized? As well as the volume number, which is also italicized. And then you have the issue number, which is not italicized. And then you have the page number. It end up with the period, but lastly, you have the DOI. Okay? So, dapat laging merong DOI or URL, lalo na kung kinuha mo ito online. So, dapat i-reflect natin siya. Ma'am, what if wala siyang DOI, yung URL lang na napakahaba? You can use bit.ly. No, maybe I can give example later wherein pwede nyong paiksiin, no, yung journal website ng article. Now, ito yung magre-reflect sa list of references mo kung ito ay journal article. Sa loob naman ng iyong papel, this is how it should appear. Grady et al., this is parenthetical. Both the surname and the year are enclosed in a parenthesis. Well, this is narrative. Only the year of publication is enclosed in a parenthesis. So, as you can see, it does not reflect all the author's name because on APA format, you only reflect the two authors. If there are only two authors in the paper, when they are more than two, you use et al. So this is a journal article which has a complete information. Now let's see. Ito yung makikita nyo dito kung ano yung dapat yung gawin. If a journal article has a DOI, include the DOI. Always include the issue number of a journal article. So, meron siyang mga references dito. Now, what if walang page number, ma'am, ang journal article? You can use article number. And how are you going to do it? The same with the first one, you have to reflect all the authors. You have the surname, comma, the first name of, or the initial of the first name. If they have middle initial, you can also put it. And then it is separated by comma. Then you have the year of publication, you have the title of the article, and then you have the title of the journal, you have the volume number, which are both italicized, you have the issue number, then you don't have the page number. But, you have to look on the article number. So, as you can see, hindi lang yung article number ang nilalagay natin. Nilalagyan din natin siya ng word na article. Because that's part of the rule. It's not only the article number. And then, of course, you have the DOI. So, let's see yung mga rules nila. If the journal article has an article number instead of a page range, include the word article and then the article number instead of the page range. It's not only the article number, but you have also to type the word article. So, ito yung mga specific examples, no, sa pagdating sa journal. So, merong mga missing information. So, ito yung mga rules na po pwede niyong gawin. Nakalagay siya dun sa ilalim. You can be guided by this one. Retracted journal. Then, let's see yung tinatawag nating abstract of a journal article. You have only seen an abstract. So, yan. Yun po pwede niyong maging format. So, as you can see, what makes it different? It has abstract from. No? So, saan mo kinuha yan? Then, you have the DOI. Still, you have the name of the publication or the journal, and then you have the volume number and then article number. This is in the case of a journal. Now, let's go back. So, kung hindi naman journal, ma'am, kunyari, ang aming reference ay, let's see, e-book or book. Okay, let's open. What will be the content, ma'am, of our list of references? Whole authored book. Yan. So, ito yung mga whole authored book. So, as you can see, the name of the author or the surname, the year, and the title of the book is italicized. Yung title ng journal, hindi siya italicized. Ang italicized doon ay yung title ng journal. Ito naman title ng book. Then you have the edition, and then this is the publication, and then the website where you can use it. Now, what are the other rules? You can have it here, class, or my dear students and listeners. Pwede nyo siyang basahin kung meron kayong mga ibang concerns na hindi nyo nakita doon sa taas. Yan, meron ding whole edited book, meron ding republished book with author, book published with new forward by another author. So, makikita nyo yan dyan. This is for the book. Now, what if, ma'am, it's a report by a government agency? So, you can also use that, and this is the list of reference format that you can use. Very clear naman ito. Basahin nyo lang at tignan nyo kung paano nyo siya ipa-follow. As I have mentioned, kung meron kayong hindi nakita sa sample, pwede nyo basahin yung ilalim at malalaman ninyo kung paano yung inyong gagawin. Okay? So, you have also brochure, ISO standard references, and others. You can also use dictionary references, Wikipedia, and others. Yan, you have seen conference presentation proceedings. So what will be the format? Just click this one, conference presentation references. So this is the proper format. Take a look at how the punctuations and the symbols are being used. So if this is a conference presentation, you have it there. No? So merong mga nakalagay na ganyan. You have to follow this one because these are the rules of APA 7th edition. Abstract of a conference presentation also has a different format. You can see it as an emphasis conference presentation abstract. Okay. If you're going to use dissertations and thesis, you have publish and then unpublish. So, meron siyang difference kung paano nyo siya isa-cite sa loob ng inyong paper. So, yung list of references niya, if it is a published journal or published dissertation or thesis, meron siyang nakalagay na publication number. No? What if, ma'am, if it is unpublished? It has also its format. Now, yung citation naman, class, or my dear students or listeners, hindi naman nababago yung in-text citation regardless kung ano yung pinagmula ng source or material mo. Ang nababago lang yung format is regardless kung ano yung text works or information na kinuha mo. Now, kung database naman yan, meron din kung audiovisual. So, let's try to open this one. Halimbawa, ay gumamit ka doon ng PowerPoint slide or lecture notes na nakita mo at ginawa mo siyang part of your reference. So, PowerPoint slides available online. So, nakita mo siya online. So, see. The name of the owner, when it was published, specifically the year, and then the month, and then the date. Then, ano yung title ng kanyang PowerPoint slides? Tapos, lalagyan mo siya ng PowerPoint slides. And then, saan mo siya nakuha? Ito specifically, nakuha siya SlideShare and then the website. As I mentioned, yung citation, hindi naman nababago yan. Ang nababago lang is yung list of references ninyo, depende kung saan nyo siya kinuha. Okay? Ito naman from a classroom website. So, lahat ng format ay nandito. Yung mga example. So, YouTube references or video references, you can also use it. You just have to click it here and then you can see the Facebook. How are we going to mention Facebook in the list of references? So, let's have Facebook posts. So, now yan. Yung mga pwede nating gawin or gamitin as part of the list of reference. Facebook page. Halimbawa, ginamit nyo yung research ready na Facebook page ni Doc Lynn. So, ilalagay nyo dyan kung sino. Pag sinabi nating ND, that's no date. So, can we use that, ma'am? Yes. No, it's acceptable as long as the other elements of the list of references are there. So, ND means no date. Okay? So, pwede nating lahat yan gamitin. Ma'am, what if naman ang URL na gagamitin namin ay masyadong mahaba? So, as I have mentioned, pwede natin siyang paikliin. So, you go with bit.ly and then kuhanin nyo or i-copy-paste nyo yung URL na mahaba, tapos you're going to create a link, no, not a QR code. So, I know naman that most of you knows how to use this. Then, i-copy-paste mo yung link na gusto mong paiksiin. And then, after that, pwede mo na siyang i-create. So, after you click that, you will see that it will operate at makikita mo na ito na yung link na pwede mong gamitin, no? At pwede mong ilagay dun sa yung list of preferences para hindi masyadong mahaba yung website. Kadalasan kasi yung mga PDF format na material ay sobrang haba ng website na ginagamit. So, you can use this bit.ly in order to shorten it. So, ito na ngayon yung ilalagay mo doon sa iyong list of preferences instead na itong mahaba. Lalo na yung mga PDF, you can use this one para mas mapaiksi. You have to create a link for this. So, let's see if it will open. So, kapag binuksan natin siya, try nyo rin kung mabubuksan yung website na inilagay ninyo. Okay, so this is the website kung saan yun yung pinaggamitan ko nung link. So, this is it. So, I hope that you will learn from all of these videos and you might now try to open, no, etong ating mga ginamit na list of references na pwede nyo magamit sa inyong research paper o sa materials. As I mentioned, pag binalikan nyo itong APA style interface or features, you can see textual works, data assessments, audiovisual media or online media. Depende kung ano yung ginamit ninyo sa inyong paper. So, there are so many choices here which you can see and then you can refer to it if you would like to make your list of preferences. So, hindi nyo na siya problema sa inyong research paper at hindi na magpapabalik-balik sa inyong advisor or sa panel members dahil tama na ang inyong format. Good luck on making your list of references. Meron ba kayong matutunan dito sa lesson video na ito kung paano nyo gagawin ang inyong list of references? So, pwede nyo na siyang simulan. No? Kayong grupo ng mga researchers or kung ikaw ay isang researcher, buksan mo na yung website na binigay natin kanina dun sa ating lesson video at pwede mo nang tignan kung tama ba yung mga ginawa mong format sa iyong list of references. Meron bang kulang or meron ka bang nailagay na format, text, o kaya naman ay font size or font style na hindi tama doon sa aking ginawang list of references. Thank you for watching this video. I hope na pwedeng makatulong ito sa inyo at sa iba pa. So kindly share it with others kung paano gumawa ng list of references. Like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel. And always remember, we unlock insights to empower your minds. Thanks for watching everyone and see you on our next lesson video. Bye-bye!